Stephen and Patrick challenge.
All right, hey, how's everybody doing? Hello.
Good. Hi.
Whoa.
My
Hello.
My wife says woo from the background. Everybody say hello to Caitlin.
Hello to Ken.
She says hi.
Hello to Caitlin.
She says hi. She's cleaning our new house for the first time.
Wow, that's exciting.
Dang.
Yeah, we've lived here like 2 months, so it's about time.
We'll talk about it.
No,
Okay.
I don't really think we've lived here 2 months. So
That's true.
everybody knows Stephen and Patrick, but this is our friend Myriah, and we met Myriah at CIY. So both of the CIYs we've been involved with, you sold our merch at the first one. And then at the second one, you were the MC. So thanks for joining us, and thank you for bringing your judging skills to the Stephen Patrick Challenge. Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
And I'm really good at judging. So.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to tell anyone about yourself, Myriah, or should we just go straight to a meme that you have for us?
No, we can just dive in.
All right, just dive in. Okay, so last week the song was "Joy and Peace," which is typically sung as kind of more of a meditative, maybe could come across angry. But the point of this song was to make the song upbeat and happy. And you could choose any genre you want. And so I'm going to let Myriah pick who gets to go first. And unless somebody's just like dying to go first, I can't tell if Steven's just like, I'm out. Or
I've gone first the last 3 weeks.
I should go first.
So, I mean, whichever you pick, that's fine. I'm just making a statement.
I would like to. I think I'm not going to.
You would like to go first?
I would like to go first.
Okay, and out of your humbleness, we'll let Steven go first. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
No. All right, Patrick. Go ahead and introduce your song to us, and tell us what the most fun part and what the most difficult part was.
Okay. So the genre that I chose, I don't know. I guess it could be generalized as pop, but a lot of things can be generalized as pop. So I'm kind of this is sort of an homage to the pop of like mid 2010s or early 2010s. I don't know. It's just I really was inspired by the band Jukebox the Ghost. They're a piano rock band, and so I knew that I wanted a lot of piano, which is funny because week after week I say I don't play piano, and I don't, but this is what it needed. So I just this is what it needed. I'm gonna turn my do not disturb on. So
that was really loud.
Mariah's taking off points for that.
Should have been prepared. So yeah, it was I don't know how to describe it. It's fun, it's poppy, it's got a lot of goodness. It's just I don't know. I'm really proud of it. The most fun part, I guess I'll start with the challenging part first because it leads to the fun part. The challenging part was, I think, getting started. I do this every week where I feel like I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. It's like pulling teeth.
Which is the opposite of what this is supposed to be.
I know.
I was like, hey, thanks for doing it, man. Appreciate you guys.
This is my creative process is like, I don't want to do this.
Part of your creative process. I hate this. All right, we got that over with. Let's move forward.
I got to get the hatred out of the way first,
mm-hmm.
so that there's no room for it later on. You see what I mean?
Okay. Yep. Okay. Makes sense.
It's like I don't know what day it is. I think it's Sunday, and I'm like trying to just like get some ideas down onto the computer so that I can just start. And starting is the hardest part. The hardest part was starting. I had serious writer's block. I had no idea what to do. And it stayed that way until I got the drums and the bass and most of the piano tracked. And then after that, it started to come together. And I was like, okay, I no longer hate this anymore. It's like, I wanted to do it. And I just knew I had to push through that initial part. And then you saw my Instagram video, but the moment I added the organ, it was like unlocked. It was next level.
Okay.
And yeah.
The heavens opened up.
The heavens opened up. God smiled down on me. And he said, that's pretty good.
Well
You're doing my
done.
work, boy.
There's a reason that churches are almost. Anyway, so
What was the most fun part?
the most fun part, I think, was trying to find the place for Olaf. So I did it kind of backwards. I should have started with
Oh,
Olaf.
so okay.
But I added him in after the fact. He was the last thing that I added.
Okay.
Um,
Just
but-
to catch everyone up, Olaf was one of his requirements. He has to sample Olaf in the
From
From
song.
Frozen.
Frozen and Frozen.
From Frozen.
And I would like to give a shout out to my little sister, Ashlyn. As soon as I got that challenge, she sent me a link. Olaf, and I ended up coming back to that one. I watched like a huge compilation of them. And I ended up coming back to that one as the one that I used the most of. So you'll definitely hear Olaf's voice. Yeah. It's so yeah. I'm excited about it. I'm really happy with it. It's been stuck in my head for the past 48 hours.
Nice.
So I'm excited
Okay.
for it stuck in your head too.
Okay. So Myriah, as as a huge fan of, the song Joy and Peace itself, because you probably just have our music on repeat constantly.
In my playlist.
Yeah. So, and then also, a huge Frozen fan.
Yeah. Let
what-
it go. I mean, classic.
Instant classic. What would be the two things that you're looking for the most in Patrick's upcoming song?
Well, he talks a lot about the piano and organs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I said that right. That sounded wrong the way I said it.
That was last week.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That was last week?
Yeah, we did Closer to Your Heart, so now I want to see Oregon one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Now I'm on the same track. We're going there. Anyways. Yeah. So I'm just excited to see what he has come up with. I am a fan of early 2000s pop. So we shall see. Hopefully there's some warm hugs in there.
Oh, okay.
Warm hugs. So
We'll see about this. Warm up.
Oh boy.
In summer. All right.
Summer.
All right, Patrick.
Okay. All right. Well, without further ado,
Let's see if it works on the first try this
I
time.
do.
it says host disabled attendee screen sharing.
All right, that's what's up.
Tyler,
Let's get it started off.
When did I do that?
I don't know.
Feels good, man.
Updated while we were okay. It's back.
Oh crap.
Thank you, Taylor. All right, you ready?
All right. Joyful.
Joyful and peaceful.
All right. Here we
Featuring
go.
Olaf.
Anna, Elsa, Sven, Samantha. I don't even know it's Samantha.
My heart is filled with bitterness and rage, all brought on by a world that's in pain. And I'm scared that I will never know the joy of letting one's broken bones rejoice. So come and move peace. In your presence there's release. Fill this heart with your love. Let your grace set me free, yeah. Decisions made that I cannot erase. Lord, hide your face from all my sin. Create in me a clean heart once again. Yes, Lord. Create in me a clean heart once again. Lord, bring me joy, bring me peace. In your presence there's release. Fill this heart with your love. Let your grace set me free. Bring me joy, bring me peace. In your presence there's release. Fill this heart with your love. Let your grace set me free. Build up your love in my life. You are joy, you are peace. In your presence there's release. Fill this heart with your love. Let your grace set me free. You are joy, you are peace. In your presence there's release. Fill this heart with your love. Let your grace set me free.
Well done!
Oh, thanks, man.
Well done!
Yeah, thanks so much, Olaf. That means a lot.
Oh. So I had my computer on mute, but I was laughing so hard it kept saying you're unmuted. You need to unmute yourself. So breakdown was my favorite part, especially because Myriah started clapping right at the right time. It was perfect.
Clapping, exclamation point. Love that. Love
Yeah.
that. Clapping in there.
Got to get the crowd involved. Don't stand around. Get involved in this.
I'll stay around, get involved in this.
Everyone loves to clap.
Yeah, you completed the task.
Dare you to be sad.
Yeah, that was what you said, like on your Instagram post. I dare you to be sad listening to this or something like that. And it's just funny in the certain parts where it's like, I think it was the second verse where you're singing like "Create in me a clean heart" once again, and then you repeat the line with the harmony, and it's just funny to listen to it in that way. It made my heart smile.
Good.
And I felt warm hugs for sure. But my opinion doesn't really matter because it's up to Myriah and her thoughts. And I feel like she's.
So I do need to say one thing. So Myriah, in Austin, and I guess Stephen too, in Austin we have this sub shop, this sandwich shop called Thundercloud Subs, and they're on the local radio stations. They'll play a couple, like 3 different commercials that they've been running for like 10 years. But there's one that sounds literally almost exactly like that. So I have to apologize to Thundercloud Subs, but I basically ripped their song out.
Nice.
I took.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah,
I should say.
it's pretty close. Maybe we'll get sponsored and get free sandwiches.
That'd be awesome. I love Thundercloud. Shout out
Part
to
of your stream is muted.
Yeah.
Contains copyrighted material.
I'm sorry, Stephen. I didn't mean to make you demonetized. All right.
All right, Myriah, take it away. What? Give us some positive feedback. Give us some of what didn't measure up to par for you.
So I will say, I didn't.
Don't be too brutal. But
Okay, I'll try not to.
Rip them apart.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna take a look at my.
he made us all happy. Make him cry.
He's done too well for too long.
Yeah. He's too good at this, so I'm gonna humble him right now.
Break him down. Bring him to my level. Mine's trash.
Just let her talk.
Not gonna happen.
Stop. Love the intro. I liked how it flowed into the song. It flowed really well.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll give you +5 for that. Okay.
5.
I'm counting.
But when you listen to the lyrics, like Tyler said, there's kind of this angry meditation, brought in the happiness and the joy. That's another +5, okay? I can keep track. Okay, anyway. And then the guitar solo in there, that was just like, it really went in on
That was
that.
very accurate description of it too.
Yeah, thank you. I think I'm supposed to do this like the compliment sandwich where I'm like, this was great. And then like,
Oh dang! Here it comes, Patrick.
I'll compliment you. So here it comes. There were no warm hugs in there, which was really funny. That's all that Olaf is about, warm hugs. You picked some good intros and outros for him, but for a happy song, I would have loved to see a little warm hug, the warm hug audio. So because of that, I'm going to do -10.
Oh, back to 0.
Yeah.
Dang.
But
Negated.
here's where you make it up. You make it up because
Compliment sandwich.
the clapping. And I just love clapping. I know everyone else does. It really gets everyone in the mood. They're all like, oh, we're all clapping. I feel unified with the group. And so therefore, I'm giving you +20 for the clapping, which brings you out to a total of
Just doing the math. Hold on.
1.
25.
25. Woo. Patrick pulls out to an early lead.
Because Steven hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
It's not even gonna be close.
You say that every time, and then
No. Now, last week I had money on it. I'll play last week's again this week. Can I just do that?
Well, you also, the country week, you're like, this was a bad week for me. It didn't work for me. And then, we're trying to,
Think about
stay in
that
our
10
chairs.
times worse.
Okay. All right. So 25 points for Patrick. Myriah, any closing thoughts on Patrick's song?
You keep raising the bar every week, and you just keep on doing that. Maybe one day you'll go to Hollywood. So there you go.
You're right here, and we need to get to here.
You have Mariah's recommendation to get to Hollywood, though.
I will give you a golden ticket.
Oh, dang.
Call me Simon Cowell.
Okay, Simon.
Willy Wonka.
Steven, do you have any thoughts for Patrick and anything you want to friendly trash talk or, commend him on or give him a pat on the back?
Yeah, this was great. I'm just going to head out early. Something came up.
My mom called and she says I can't
She said
do this
I'm not
anymore.
allowed to do Zoom meetings anymore. Every time I like listen to yours, I'm like, dude, the production quality is so good. Like I had a guy message me on Instagram literally last week about my song and be like, this was great, but your mix is terrible.
Oh.
And I was like, thanks, man.
Oh.
That's not.
But it is. I have no idea how to mix, so I'm glad I don't have to do it for a living. Glad I can just hit stuff. So yeah, yours is always really good. That's why I like listening to yours like afterwards so much.
All right. Well, you wanna introduce yours?
No,
And no.
no, I'll go ahead. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I had the opposite effect that Patrick did. I got like we talked about it, and I was immediately like, Owl City. Inspiration. I was like, that's he writes all sorts of stuff, poppy stuff, fast stuff, slow stuff. Either way, it's catchy, it's singable.
It's always a good time.
It's always a good time. We don't have to try. And then the hatred turned on, and the hatred came as it became into this weird 90s synth retro EDM that you'd hear on like Adult Swim or something. It just turned into something terrible. And so I just went with the terribleness of it and I just kept going and didn't stop and just embraced the sadness of it. So it's not awful, but I'm not proud of it. Like, yes, that's my kid, but like on the bench over there. No, I just had a good time with it. Again, it was hard. It was you had one thing in mind, and then God just doesn't open that door, you know.
What was the most fun part with it?
Oh, just admitting defeat.
Wow.
And going with it. Just embracing it. No, it was still fun to do. It just was not my favorite this week. I'll still jam it. Afterwards. Mix is off. Mix is terrible. I already tell you right now. Mix is no good. Everything else is great. Any questions? There is a 6 saxophone solo. As in like 12 measures of it, and that's it. So,
measures of my life. I'm ready.
What?
I said that'll be the best 12 measures of my life. I'm ready.
Oh yeah. Any questions?
Myriah, anything you're specifically looking for in this arrangement?
So you mentioned that it's kind of more sad, right? So should I be like in simp mode right now? Should I be ready to feel my emotions? Will there
There's some, it's got the buildups. It's got like the Owl City like relaxed feel, but it's not like Patrick's.
like
You can't really clap along to this one. I mean, I guess you could. Not what it sounds like now. I'll have to listen to it again. Y'all ready for this? I'm pulling it up on my thing because it's
very colorful.
Yeah, I have to do colors because I have no idea what I'm looking at half the time. Okay. All right. This one's just called Sadness and Despair.
Sounds like the opposite of what you're supposed to do.
All right, here we go. 11, folks. That's all she wrote.
Man, you're really talking that one down, but I liked it. That was awesome.
So,
Didn't have my upbeats. I needed my upbeats. That was the one thing I listened to afterwards. I was like, oh, Owl City puts in upbeats. I don't have any upbeats. Dang it.
You definitely got the Owl City feel on the chorus.
Yeah.
You nailed it. And the saxophone solo. The best part was watching you as it happened. Even more so than the solo, but just you like pretend playing it with your head. Like, I don't know.
That was the best part for sure. 100%. 100%. I should have just only done saxophone.
Just as the whole melody. All right, Myriah.
Roast me.
Compliment sandwich. Here we go.
First off, I would like to say that you will automatically get +5 for wearing tie-dye because that's very trendy right now. So, with the trends. Also, you're gonna get +10 because I felt like I was in a this is gonna sound weird. Yeah, like I was floating through space. Like I was like, yeah, like
Right? Some like Adult Swim cartoon like you'd see like late at night. Like
with my emotions, but like it's fine because I'm out here, I'm in space.
exactly, yes.
Saxophone solo transported me to another realm. I got
It felt very magical and just kind of like, okay, like I got it. It's fine. Okay, and then the beat build-ups that you had, like those were really cool. I could totally see some people like shuffling to them, like at how they do at raves.
Okay.
Like little leg things. Yeah. Okay, so that's another 5. And then of course the saxophone was great. You added that sax in there. Everyone loves some saxophones. Yeah.
Booyah.
To be honest, I couldn't really come up with a negative.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Here he was tearing it apart, and she can't even find anything wrong with it.
Just take everything that I said and throw it as negative. Just
You know what? Okay, I will take 5 away because you were not proud of your music
straight up.
of it. So that's -5 for negativity. And so when we add this up, those cancel out. And that, well, yeah, that puts you at 20, I think. 5, 10, yeah. Yep.
Are we actually going to have somebody
20
in the
points,
lead?
baby.
So, that's the scoreboard.
That's the score, 25-20.
Yeah.
This is the first time in 7 weeks of doing this that there is a leader
Rightfully so.
after the week.
feel,
What'd you say, Patrick?
I feel discomforted.
He's coming for you next week. So
I have no doubt.
he's playing with an edge.
This was an off week for me,
Hey, we all get one.
Straight up.
Say that you were gonna phone it in 1 week. So.
Yeah, that is true. So I still think I know that it's hard to especially after last week, every song was a home run last week. And then to come, and I know that you're probably not feeling great about it, but the point that it's still good. I don't want you to
It was still fun.
yeah. I don't want you to walk away going, I'm bad at this. Because it's hard to hit a grand slam and then the next time up to bat do it again. So just like Patrick said a couple of weeks ago with his, where he was like, I I have to come to the conclusion that I can't, in his own head, make it perfect every time. So I enjoyed it, especially. You can clap to it, by the way. You had a spot at the end where there's total clap moment. Yeah, exactly. And I'm also pretty sure that some of the Disciple Now conferences we've played at and stuff, like that's been the hype music. I'm pretty sure that that is played before we've walked on stage at least once.
It's going to now.
Yeah.
Copyright infringement again.
But it's a new week. And so the score is 25-20. So Patrick's, wait, what? Did I say it wrong?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's the hype person. She's like 25-20. Yeah. And so, don't call it a comeback. So Myriah has a game that she has prepared to select. So this week's song is not Let It Go, but it's Letting Go. And so Myriah has a game that she's going to play to select your genre. So Myriah, take it away.
So I thought it would be fun to play a classic game of rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, okay.
So before we begin, though, I feel like we should clarify when we shoot, because that usually causes. So the way we're going to do it this time is we're going to go rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and then show. Okay? All right. And it's going to be best 2 out of 3. So make sure your hands are high so I can see.
All right.
Okay? Okay, ready?
Dang, she's really judging this too.
On your mark.
I want to see both of your hands.
Okay. All right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Wow, okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Woo! Steven won! Woo! The crowd goes wild. Yeah. Okay. So,
Steven, you get to go first again.
All right.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not running the game.
I don't even know what I just won, so.
and so the way we're doing this is that because you won, Steven, you get to pick your choice of genre. And then whatever's left over, Rick, that is what you give it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so the genres that I have picked are indie pop, okay, or 80s metal.
Stephen's face.
Dang.
Well, Dio is kind of close to my heart. However, I've been listening to a lot of indie pop, and metal's kind of my strong suit, and pop is kind of Patrick's strong suit. So we haven't really done one when we've mixed it up completely. Oh, but man, 80s metal would be so much fun. All right, I'm gonna go with indie pop.
Woo! Indie pop.
Oh.
All right. I want here's some inspiration for you. Lana Del Rey, Florence and the Machine, Halsey, those kinds of things.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
I'm noticing that those are all female-led bands.
they are.
So Stephen, I think you're gonna have to work your falsetto on this one.
Yeah.
Mm.
I tried on the last one. It doesn't work.
Gotta hit the high note.
Oh.
Just don't strain the vocal cords.
Anyone know how much Beyonce cost? I don't know.
She's not doing concerts right now, so.
Yeah, true.
Straight up.
Tough for them too. So maybe she's cheaper than usual.
She's from Houston. You can be like,
She is.
H-Town,
Calling a favor.
what's up?
I'm gonna go on a limb, and she's probably still too expensive, but it's just my guess.
H-Town.
Okay, and then okay, and then for you it's obviously 80s metal.
No.
So,
Yeah.
Metallica,
This will be interesting. I got work cut out for me.
those lovely bands.
Those lovely days.
And here's the thing. You do need long hair though. You need some some throwing hair. And
Throwing
maybe
hair.
little stars.
And a headband.
Yeah. You
You
can wear
use, this is Spinal Tap for some inspiration.
You know, Ice-T had a metal band in the 80s. You could reference that one.
Mm.
He did, yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
I'll send that to you.
Yes, please.
All right, so you were saying something, Myriah, about since they got to pick their genres.
now have to add in a kazoo in there, somewhere in the songs. Add a kazoo. And I had another thing, but I didn't write it down, and now I'm forgetting it.
So they both need to use a kazoo?
Yeah, they
Okay.
both have to use a kazoo. And then, I don't know, something that's coming to mind right now. Do you guys watch New Girl? Okay. I
Yes.
want you to make either a Winston, Nick, actually any of them. I love all of them. So you have to take a quote from one of
Schmidt.
them, and include it in your song somewhere.
A quote from one.
Why do I need a fork when I have two perfectly good ones on the end of my arms?
Typical! But yeah.
So you have to use a kazoo
Mhm.
and have some sort of New Girl quote.
So does it have to be like we use the audio from the show, or can it be like we say the words?
Audio from the show would be great. I think that might make it a little more difficult.
Can you just at the end of your song be like, just Jess?
That's smart.
All right, and then I'm gonna add one thing. Well, technically, you're gonna add it. This was gonna be the week where you're not allowed to use programmed or real drums, but with 80s metal, like we gotta have some sort of drums in there. We just can't, I'm not gonna do that to you, Patrick.
Get creative. Good luck.
So, Steven, you need to add some sort of stipulation for Patrick, and Patrick, you need to add one for Steven. So give you a second to think about. It can be add something, or you can take something away from them, preferably not their phone, your phone or computer, because that would make things really. You have to do this on tape.
Okay.
Well, I thought about one, which I don't know if this is too soon for this, if we should hold off on this. But what about a music video? Is that too much work for us this week?
I don't know. I mean, I am off work for the week, so.
All right, music video, baby, here we go.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
No, I don't know. If you think it's something better,
No, I mean, I don't want to ask you to do a music video too because it seems cheap. But I feel like
If one of you's doing a music video, the other one's got to do music.
yeah. But
I'm-
like, you know, like
But-
homemade early 2000s YouTube music video.
oh yeah, absolutely. Like camera angles.
Oh yeah.
It's shot with
out
a
of sync.
you can hear the actual music in the background because it's playing on a screen, and they're just using the camera audio. Yes.
Oh gosh. Keep those expectations low. We can do more than that, but keep them low. Let's start there, and then we can
Feel.
All right.
like an onion, lots of layers.
So you got to have a kazoo, you got to have a new girl quote, and there's a music video. So you don't have to have album art this week because there's a music video.
Hopefully.
And it's up to you if you want. I like the band name thing. We got to have come up with a band name that fits your genre. So that's fun too. Any final thoughts? Anything you guys want to? No, Myriah, thanks for joining us and doing this. You're the first one who hasn't done I'm thinking of a number. So for thinking outside the box and still keeping it traditional, but also changing it up.
Also.
All right. Well, I will see you guys next week with a music video. I'm super excited.
I'm ready for Patrick to make an 80s music video. I cannot wait. That is so in your wheelhouse. I know it is.
Oh, long hair is the part I'm looking most forward to.
I know you got a wig somewhere.
Can I find?
Party City.
Yeah, for real.
If they're open, yeah. All right.
I don't think I trust anything from Goodwill.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to Goodwill.
To the Mohawk.
I think I have a blonde one you can borrow.
Okay.
Yeah. or film. Never mind. I don't know what I was gonna say. I will see you guys next week. Thank you again, Myriah, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.